What is up, Need for Speed Racers? It is I, your wheelman, Alex Cornnut, and I am here today with the Aston Martin Vulcan at S and S+. It's the only two classes you can fit it, and I've got them both for you. Car is sturdy at S. It's not going to catch you off guard. It's not crazy meta fast, but it is very good. I put it right online with the McLaren F1 with the way they handle together. It grips up, rips up, no problem. At S+, it is a good handling car, not a great top speed car. So know your playlist where you're picking it, and I'll show you my run on Apex Predator with that car as well, so you can get an idea how it handles and how it Tron turns. Outside of that, pretty straightforward. I really like the vehicle. It sounds so good. But let's get into it. Let me show you what I got, and let's just see if it's something you guys want to build. It is a pricey one. I'm not even going to pretend it's not. So let's get into it. Right now in front of us, I've got the S-Class, so we will start there. Open with the styling portion. There are a couple different body kits you can grab with this car, and so you can make it look crazy racetrack style or a little more street style. There's like 3 sets of fenders, bumpers, and some other stuff, and it gets a little lower. It looks like that if you slam it, so nothing too crazy. Air ride will get it a little lower than that, but that's about it. For the performance, there's only one engine you can pick in this car, so once you buy it, you don't have to buy an expensive motor. It just comes that way. Now, to do the S-Class version, you're going to run it with no forced induction, and so your regular induction is going to be Super Gold, Elite Platinum ECU, Elite Platinum Fuel System, Elite Platinum Exhaust, and then you're going to run Basic Iron naturally aspirated, so don't put anything in there. It won't fit. It just takes it out of the class. And then you run Sport Bronze Nitrous, Elite Platinum Road Suspension, Grip It and Rip It, Super Gold Brakes, Elite Platinum Grip Tires. You can only run Elite Platinum tires on the car, so that's kind of unique to this one. It does come stock with a Super Gold clutch, and it handles very, very well with that. Sport Bronze 5-speed transmission, and that's how you kind of bring it down and get it tucked into the S-Class and make it fit so you can run that. Now, this car can run with no diff. You can just leave it at the basic iron differential. I usually buy the Sport Bronze one just for the sake of having a little bit better part in there. I couldn't tell you if that actually affects the performance or not, because it is a very minuscule change if it does, but we're out here. I'm running the Elite Platinum one, but really I think you guys could probably save your money and not buy anything. Auxiliary, I run Nitrous Drift, Nitrous Grip. As you guys know, you've got to reset your auxiliaries every time you switch cars, and if you run a mixed tier playlist and you have to switch cars mid playlist, your auxiliaries are no longer active. So until you go back to the garage, no aux. So just make sure you guys are resetting those. I talk about that in yesterday's Pista video, so if you want more information, go grab that one. For the handling, you need to run 95% grip. It's the only way to get this build configuration into S-Class. If you run 100% Beyonce full to the left, it just takes it out of the class. So S329 is 95% grip. Run that slider all the way over and then back it off 1. Steering sensitivity, I run 2 clicks high. That felt pretty good with the car. I didn't feel like it was super rowdy, but it's pretty planted. It does do a little bit of the hop, the bunny hops. I'm not sure why that is. That's just a Need for Speed feature. Downforce, last 3 clicks are your sweet spot, so you can go there, there, or there. So if you go all the way high, you can back it off up to 2 clicks, and any of those spots will be 329. Everything else is S plus 330, so keep that in mind, you guys. I run traction control off, and then I run brake tap on the grip builds. That is the S-Class Aston Martin Vulcan. 197 top speed. It'll do about 202 with redline tech, 203 maybe if you had a longer straightaway. 870 on the horsepower, 623 on the torque. 0 to 60 and quarter mile do not matter. Fight me in the comments. Every time, there's always somebody new that just doesn't pay attention to the videos and is like, oh, I've got a better build. My 0 to 60 is this and my quarter mile is this. I'm like, sweet. What's that horsepower and torque look like? Oh, you've got 100 less horsepower and 90 foot-pounds of torque less. I'm sure your car's better. I'm sure it is. 0 to 60. We could scuff that up all day long, guys. I won't get into it on this one, but just stay away from those stats. They're deceptive. Focus on your top speed, horsepower, and torque, and make sure that you've got the first horsepower and torque first, and then make sure you got a good top speed for whatever class. Let's go. Let's get you S+. All right, here we are, S+. It is not bad, but you got to know what track you're on. You got to run it on the short tracks. You'll get walked on all the long tracks, and if you've got a good Regera driver, good luck. Guys, Regera is still OP, Omega Meta in S+. It holds all the records. I don't care how much you like your Elise. It doesn't come close. Fight me in the comments, because I'll fight you on track. We proved that to a bunch of guys last week. So just be aware of that, you guys. Just because a car is presented as being good or meta, well, when you actually drive it and you compare it time-wise to what the real cars are doing, it falls way short. And this one's the same way. It's good. I can do Apex Predator really well in it, but I'm still like 30 seconds off of pace compared to what the Regera does. So keep that in mind, but I will show you the build because there are some people that are definitely going to want it. So engine, stock engine, nothing changes there. You can't change anything there. For the parts, it's Elite Platinum, all the parts except for transmission, that is silver. So it is Elite Platinum induction, Elite Platinum ECU, Elite Platinum fuel system, Elite Platinum exhaust, and I run the Elite Platinum screw supercharger. The only other one that would be potentially viable is if you decided you wanted to run the single turbo to get you a little more top speed, but you're trading all the low end immediate torque for 1 or 2 mile an hour on the top end. That's not a good trade-off, especially because you're not going to run speed races in this car because it's not got an amazing top speed. So that being said, like, build the car to where it's going to fit best and just run it on the shorter, tighter tracks, and you'll have more success with it. That's why I say run the screw, but you guys can do whatever you like. Elite Platinum nitrous bottle, as we do. Elite Platinum road suspension. Elite Platinum brakes if you want. If not, super golds are fine. Save yourself the money. Elite Platinum grip tires. You can run Elite Platinum clutch if you so do choose. You don't have to. The gold will get you by. It's real solid. There's very little difference between gold and platinum, honestly. And then you do want to run the stock transmission, which is the Silver Pro 6-speed transmission. Otherwise, it's doing like 205, and that's not enough for S+. I slapped on the Elite Platinum differential because why not? We're already here. It's already expensive. We'll get all the parts. But guys, you could run Iron Basic. You don't need to run the expensive one. For the auxiliaries, I'm going to recommend Nitrous Drift, Nitrous Grip for those micro drifts. This car really does very good micro drifts. Easy to accumulate boost. It's very predictable. If you are newer to the game, you don't have all the tracks memorized yet, you're still just learning stuff, and you find yourself chasing people like you're in second, third, fourth, whatever, run, I would say, Nitrous Grip and Nitrous Draft. That way you're building blue NOS and boost, tucking in behind people, and that's going to be like way better for you. So I would encourage that. Get the most out of that. One thing I do want to touch on, a lot of new people coming to this, you guys may see other content creators, compare myself to them and how I speak. I say Super Gold, Elite Platinum, Sport Bronze, Pro Silver. I go through all the colors along with the title of the part. The reason that I do that is because we're global. The Cornnut crew, we've got guys all over the world. A lot of this game, when it is translated into other languages, they don't use the same word like elite or sport or some other translations. It just there's a different word for it in that language. And so if you say elite whatever part, somebody in a different language might not receive that. So what I do is I always say what it is in English and then the color, because usually the color and the metal, what it is, like Elite Platinum, Bronze, whatever, that translates almost 1-to-1 throughout all the languages, because there really is only one platinum metal or gold or bronze or silver. And so because that's a 1-to-1 translation for like most languages, that's why I do that, to make all of my content easier to consume for others. And so bear with me on that. That's why I do that. It's for everybody. And I'm just happy that we are so big out here in the world, and all you guys are watching all over the world. So shout out to you guys everywhere. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for the gameplay footage. That's the Aston Martin Vulcan at S+. 225 top speed. That's about all it wants to do. 1206 on the horsepower and 853 on the torque. It's really a very good short track, and you'll see that with Apex Predator when I run that here. But keep in mind, Regera's still on top, but if you're looking for alternatives and you got lots of money, try it at S and try it at S Plus, see which one you think. Guys, have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. All right, we out here in the Vulcan. We've got a full list of players. Oh, Lord. No, no, no. Big Ball Theory, he's in a Vulcan. Those guys are in rental Huracans. Looks like there's 3 of them. I feel kind of bad because there's a lot of new player base. And I bet we DNF those guys. But hey, you know, they get their money quicker because the race is over sooner. Damn, that's a tough one. All right, we're gonna launch in third. If you are out there and you're in the race, shout out to you. Just keep taking those L's till you have enough money to get the good cars. All right, we're launch in third gear. Come around our boy here. There's a Countach. This car sounds so good. Diablo, or Mercy, not Diablo, excuse me. Oh, a little bit of lag, that scared me. I don't want to be behind that guy. Okay. We gotta get away from that dude. Oh, the car's doing the bouncy stuff, that's scary. Alright. Looks like Lick was doing the bouncy stuff too. He's all over the track. Get back in the draft. We're good here. Alright, yeah, that guy, I'm not sure that was just some real bad desync or what the deal was. We'll save the 3 bar till we get across the top of the hill. We're going to hit it when we go to the right side of this. So we're not where he just hit it, but right here down the side. Whoa! He murdered the taxi. We came out alive. I thought we were dead. I can't believe it, to be honest. Can't do the AC degen line here. There's not enough boost for it. And that's what that's what I've coined it, the AC degen line. That's where we go up by the telephone pole. It's not faster. It's just a scuffed line that is, it's like a half-second loss if you hit it. A lot of second loss if you don't. But you guys will see the car is very, very stable. It just turns in really easy. It's very planted. Micro drifts perfect. You just tap the brake and it's happy. Top speed of 200 is nice. It's not going to have so much acceleration that it's going to get you out of trouble. So if you get behind or have any issues, oh, I had to hit the e-brake there to get around that taxi. I didn't want to bounce and go wide in the dirt. So it's kind of like the McLaren F1 in that way, that it's a very good car. It has the top speed to do what it needs to do. But what it lacks in the acceleration portion at the top end, it makes up for in its ability to handle things so predictably. Okay, we've got our 3 bar. I'm going to save it for this corner. We're going to micro drift in, keep that turn going, use it on exit. It should give us another one. And we'll use that right there. Ooh, we got a little loose coming across the dirt. I just want to beat Lex. That's all we got to do. But it's a really, really good car overall. And it's versatile in the sense that if you do buy it, you can try it at S. And if you don't like it at S, you just run it at S Plus and then enjoy. Lex is right on our heels. You'll see I'm building my boost up. I'm going to use it through here, get a nice long grip turn. Use that there. That should give us another grip turn. A little bit of a Tron turn through there. Just keep our speed up, momentum up as much as we can. Micro drift through the trees. You guys got to know that corner's coming on this track. If you don't, it turns into a very sharp square left, and it's very, very slow. But if you just kind of round off that corner and cut a degen line up through the grass, it's very fast. Definitely a way to do that. Ooh, I got a little aggressive with my braking there. The car didn't know what I was wanting to do. If Lex decides to pass, we're gonna scuff him. Turns out that he got himself on us. We'll take it. We'll take it. We slowed down and he wrecked us. Oh, that was funny. When you're racing with the boys, you gotta throw them out there, you guys. That's gonna be the S-Class version, and 427.77, nothing good. You want to be sub 420 in non-meta cars, and you want to be sub 410 when you're really cooking. But yeah, that's the Vulcan coming across the line first and second, and I mean there was really only three other cars that were all the way to S+, but those guys aren't even going to finish, it looks like. So it's a pub stomper with a good driver mod, you guys. Definitely stable, and stay tuned for S+. Alright, Apex Predator. I feel kind of bad because it's the same guys that we just raced in S, but now it's S+, and they're in rental 4 GTs. If you're new out there, just keep on trucking along. Pay attention to the builds and save up your money, and then just make sure you get a good car for yourself. Yeah, Rydell's rides are hard ones to win in, let me tell you. I sold all my cars in a certain class just to like try that out, and it was a tough one. We'll launch in 4th. We've got more power now at S+, so let's see what that does for us. 4th feel really good. Probably could still get away with 3rd, but 4th wasn't bad. So we're racing Lex. We're both in the same car. Get a little Tron turning behind him. We will micro drift this one, get that up to a 2-bar, use it to accelerate out of the corner. I'm gonna save the 3-bar. Oh, Lex Dirty Racer. He's paying us back for the last one, you boys. Which was literally like the last race we just did together. So we rolled out of that and rolled straight into this. Now there is a little faster line through there, but it's kind of risky. You got to go through the trees. I'll tell you what, I'll try to hit it on the next lap. I love the way this car sounds. It's so good. And what I'm doing there, you guys, is I'm hitting the boost and then just tapping the handbrake to turn the car. And then once the car begins to rotate, it usually grips into that tighter line, and you can turn a lot sharper than you would typically if you were just boost turning. A little bit of handbrake tap really helps out. Micro drift to the right here. And Tron turn. We got a little sideways instead of gripping and ripping. That was kind of a bummer. Not enough to get a 3-bar. Probably should have been in 3rd there. Oh, now I knew that one was a little tight. D-gen line, absolutely. We'll just line up those checkpoints. So I really hooked it, but it wasn't quite as tight as I guess I expected, so gotta put us up in the grass, but that's alright. For me, it's you miss 100% of the shots you don't shake, and 99% of the ones that you do, you know? Like, we're out here. But that 1%. And Tron turn. That's so satisfying, you guys. Like, if you're looking to learn how to use boost and Tron turn, this track's very technical. It requires a lot of corner setup, brake entry, just, you know, handling the car to its fullest. Okay, Let's see if we can do the degen to the left here. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. The trick to that though, and the reason that one's tough, is because if you don't get lined up for the checkpoint and you go a little wider than that, there's some trees and those will kill you. And then if you're not going with good pace, like you don't hit your boost right, it'll reset you before it registers you're at the next checkpoint. So just be aware, you guys, if you are trying that line back there, that degen line I just did, you gotta have your wits about you. And keep it, I do want to point out, you guys, like, this is a sturdy car for S+. It's got some speed, it handles very well, but you lose 100% to the Regera. On two drivers of equal footing, this one handles a little easier, but the Regera is considerably faster. So do keep that in mind. Don't look at this and be like, oh, it's a Regera killer, because it's not. This car is 20 seconds off pace for this track in comparison to what the Regera does. Seike already finished. In his run that he does a 416 or 417 on this track. He's fast, and so and he does all of that in the Regera. And this is the most technical track in the game. People are like, oh, it's a Lotus Exige track. No, it's not. If you're in a Lotus Exige, I'll walk you in this thing for sure. The Lotus is deceptive because it's very, very planted. It does not oversteer, so it gives this illusion that it's a very good car, but it's not as fast as this is. But it's all good. So 450, we're only 30 seconds off of pace, but we didn't have a super clean run, and I didn't take the degen line both times. But it gives you an idea what you're setting up for. This car does handle very good. It is a good pub stomper. I mean, real talk, unless you get somebody that really knows what they're doing in the Regera and you get on a track like this, you'll probably do fine. But the top speed really isn't there at the high end. Like, you're only going to be able to do about 225. So the Regera does 245. But other than that, that's the Aston Martin Vulcan for S and S Plus, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.